All right, everybody, welcome back to the season opener, the UT4 Elim League Season 5, hosted by UT Pugs. We're going to be getting right into this match in just a second, once we can hopefully get into the hub and get to the spectate mode. But we're going to be here, and we're going to be going gangbusters. They're waiting on me. Oh, no. Oh, baby. Sorry, I had to get the stream set up, and we are ready to go, and so are our teams. We have the sheriff's in town. So, I mean, no one's going to add the in front of that, right? It's just going to be shit. Shit versus Dark Horse, 2 kills. 2 horses, 2 dark, 2 kills. And they've got, about to be a great matchup here. Rain's team against Phantaci's team, and let's get first player and X-Ray, and then go on board Phantaci, one of the highest rated players in the league. Matt, also one of the highest rated players in the league, and I mean, this should be a good matchup between these two. They do have Deluxe, and Deluxe, hey, I mean, he's playing, can't hate him for it, and already the shit off to a player lead here. Night Terror about to go down as well. Phantaci still incredibly healthy. Just Adram left. He got sniped before we can even bother trying to swap to him. And first round of Season 5 going over to the shit. And Phantaci getting the final kill on that one. We should go on board Matt here. Matt, second highest rated player in this lobby. Highest player for Dark Horse 2 kills, Legions. No one on their team pretty weak. Rain, haven't seen him plugging much though. Don't know what his current state is. Legions takes care of Matt, and it looks like that Phantaci goes down as well. Just Dem and Deluxe against 3. Legions still alive. Gonna be tough, and Deluxe last man standing here. Gonna be tough for him. He's got to try and make something happen, and so far he's avoiding, but just jumps right into 2. But they're out in front of him. Miniguns coming out, but he goes down to an LG. And down goes Deluxe. 1-1, tied us up. And let's go on board Legions. And gonna make use of the box here, back metal, but Dem looking for the angle. Takes a shot, and Legions get hit from Matt too. It looked like a headshot as his face lit up. And we're looking, hopefully Legions can make something happen, but he's got a tremendously tiny amount of HP left. Him and Night Terror trying to take down, and Matt snipes him in the face. Night Terror 1v4. It's gonna be tough for him. Matt just drops down, make sure he can't go anywhere without taking damage. And out comes another clean set of kills, and we're gonna go on board with Adram. It's either Knight or Adram, I think, is the second highest rated player on this team. No weak link, though, to speak of, but not a ton of strong points either. We'll see. This team is interesting for sure. It's, I think, going to be a matter of how well they can gel and how well Legions can kind of take on that leadership role. But Matt, last alive, has Legions in his face, rockets, and Night Terror comes down with the flat cannon, takes him out. I mean, Adram and Knight and Rain can all put up some big performances from time to time, so here's hoping. And we'll go on board Adram right now, see if he's getting much done. And he's got Phantaci just shooting him in the side. Phantaci not missing right now, and Adram trying to stay alive. Kind of hits Phantaci with the stutter step, and Phantaci unable to clear him off. However, they are down a man, and here comes Phantaci. He had a boots, got up, takes care of Adram, and now it is Rain and Legions against 4. Need to get a kill here quickly, and down goes Dark Horse 2K, DHTK, whatever they are, and Night Terror starts off this round, gets a Phantaci, just jumps right into the core, unable to get a combo, and Dem up there, tied 2, looks like top control, a big focus for shit right now, as they are, I mean, they've got a lot of opportunity in front of them, but they're kind of, Phantaci went down early and first to die. The weird thing is, I feel like with him and Matt in particular, Phantaci needs to be the one kind of holding back, and because Matt is also going to be very aggressive, and it's an aggressive team overall, but Matt goes down to himself, flaks himself, puts Deluxe Model 1 HP, 1 HP in a dream. Both players do die to a snipe. But is Deluxe going to pull out the LG or get the... Well, the health doesn't really matter for him. Health matters tremendously, but Adram hits the shot, takes him down. 3 rounds apiece. And it looks so far that Phantaci kind of having a weaker game. Let's go on board Dem. Time for Dem to show us what he's made of. And so far, sitting at the back, looking for shots and just not finding anything, but not getting hit either. Shooting 0% this round, but he just completely face rolls Legions and gives his team a nice 3-2 advantage player-wise. And the 3 players that they have are exactly who you would want. And Rain last alive. If they're legitimately targeting Deluxe first, that is actually, I think, a mistake. You want to leave him for the end. He's not going to do the damage to really make himself valuable. Just find Phantaci or Matt on their early pushes and take them down. That's my opinion, but what am I to say? I'm just the one casting these games and not playing in them right now. And Legions versus Phantaci coming up. Need to get onto Deluxe, give him a round, actually. But
last man standing.
Phantaci now, last man standing against 4, and it looks like he's just gonna... Night Terror's taking no chances. The kill comes out onto Rain, and Phantaci pushing down, but walks right into a combo, takes a bunch of damage. And now, Phantaci gets the health pack, but the flak coming in, minigun coming out, no minigun shots landing. Adram right there. Phantaci zoomed in and giving everyone a seizure, missing the shots. And I mean, he is looking to try and survive. He's got barely. And the LG comes through 4-4. And let's show ourselves a Deluxe model round. Can Deluxe try and make something happen here? Deluxe is going to go up the ramp, completely ignore top. Usually don't see players doing that. And stuck in the side hall. It took a lot of damage here. And it is a 3 versus 3. Well, make that a 2 versus 3. Phantaci and Deluxe against... and down goes Deluxe. And it's Phantaci against 2. And Phantaci eating rockets for breakfast. And finally, DH2K, Dark Horse 2 kill to Dark Horsening, manages to get a lead. And we're stuck on Phantaci, and should have watched somebody else, but Phantaci might get a kill on Rain here. Gets a anti-combo with only 55 damage. Kind of surprising. Usually we're used to seeing those doing a lot more damage than that. He doesn't really get a lot out of it, though. And now, Phantaci versus Adram. Gonna be a tough one. And Adram getting...
One kill remains.
Rain last alive, and Rain goes down. 3, let's go on board Matt. Matt, currently in the lead for his team damage-wise. Getting a nice combo onto Rain, and Rain just eating shock primaries, but Matt ends up going down. Deluxe and Phantaci in a 2 versus 2. And Phantaci 15 HP. And Adram gets up there but can't finish the kill onto Phantaci. That could bite them in the ass. But Phantaci still there. Legions takes down Phantaci. Phantaci missing the shot. The Twitch shot does not come through for Phantaci. And down goes Phantaci. Let's go on board Legions. I think this is Legions. Yes, it is. Hitting some nice snipes down metal, but making himself wildly available to the shock area, which isn't what you want to see. And Legions now going for the... I mean, Phantaci just flying through the air, takes down Legions. When you're up players, it's easy. Multi-kill comes through for Phantaci. And now, Night Terror last alive. He's probably not going to make it. And very little HP left. I mean, he's trying to survive, takes down Deluxe, but he's still got a tall order. Phantaci, 19 HP. Matt is the weak one. Or not Matt. Matt is the strong one. Phantaci's the weak one. If Knight can get onto Phantaci, get the kill, he might be able to take this round down. They know where he is. Combo comes through, doesn't hit though. And
Red team
Matt
wins
gets the
the
pixel
round.
shot on
Two,
Bulk
one.
Bogan, aka Night Terror. Night Terror goes down. So now we're looking and sitting, hopefully. We're seeing that Night Terror up top here, eating a lot of damage early. Did get out a nice cheeky combo, but took way too much in return. And this 6-6 game going down to the wire. Deluxe right out. Night Terror wisely doesn't engage with him. You don't need to risk dying to him at this stage. Try and get damage on other people. Night Terror does not notice Dem. Does not. Well, Deluxe is right there. Deluxe ends up going down. It is Matt and Dem against 3. And Legion's just crouched in the corner waiting. And Matt and Dem are at least holding the same angle. They are together. And Dem takes down Night Terror. Matt takes down Rain. And Matt takes down Legions and gives the lead of the game back to the shit. Or shit. Or the sheriffs in town, or sheriffs in town. But, I mean, shit is a nice, easy acronym. And Matt getting the shot onto Rain. Rain getting taken very low early on. Matt unable to land the combo, though. Matt on a killing spree, however. And now he's very low, though. 1 HP. And somehow,
Blue team wins the round.
Night Terror unable to take him down, but Legions cleans him up and gets us to an even game. Matt and Phantaci clearly doing the work here, and it is more of a team effort. Night Terror just not paying attention. Matt spawned right with them, and no one noticed it. And Adram goes down, and Legions is soon to follow. Rain and Bulk Bogan last 2 alive. And incoming shots. Rain takes some damage. Matt, Phantaci, Deluxe still alive and very healthy. Night Terror, 7 HP. Rain, 40 HP. Matt finally drops.
1 kill.
Deluxe takes down Rain. Phantaci takes down Night Terror, and that is an 8-7 advantage. I really feel like the next round is must win if you are Dark Horse 2 Horsening. And Legions does find a snipe onto Phantaci and a nice rocket. Can't follow up with the extra snipe though. Phantaci going low lift. Legion's gonna chase him the long way and find right Dem and his teammate. Somebody was right in front of Dem. Had no idea he was there. Dem goes down. Phantaci does take down Legions. Adram against Phantaci and Matt. Gonna be a tough mountain to climb for Adram. Looks like they're both still pretty healthy as well. He needs to land big damage. That is one way to do it. Get Matt hurt. And then nice drop down there. Not chasing through the window up top where the combo is likely to be placed. Finds Phantaci. Needs to find Matt. But Matt playing a little bit more defensively there. And Phantaci takes down Adram and puts them 1 round away from winning map number 1 on Structured. We've got Invictus next, and Structured is the pick for Rain's team. So Invictus team shit's pick, and I guess shit might be happening. Matt fighting up top, has Legions. Flak misses. Flak misses again. Phantaci able to take down Legion, so Legion's getting really focused on that fight with Matt. I think he needs to be a little bit more selective. Sometimes he can't get too locked into these fights.
1 kill remains.
And down goes Bulk, and down goes everybody.
Red
Team
wins the match.
shit is happening, and they have gotten map number 1 over Dark Horse 2 kills. The sheriffs in town showing us who lays down the law in map number 1 of season 5 of the Elim League. And what a performance. Great stuff from them. 10-7 victory. 4.5 PPR on Matt. Matt with the big peeper getting the big W. But they still need to win another 2 map. Well, still need to win another map, but they have gotten themselves a third, well, 50% of the way there in order to take this set. let's make sure. No, I can't change anything. I'm in like 2K4 casting mode here. Thinking I need to enable the wall hacks when they are enabled for me by default as a spectator. I also feel like they weren't really trying to just focus on everybody but Deluxe. He's not doing damage. I mean, I just played a pug with him. He had 1,200 damage after 21 rounds. Like, you feasibly just ignore him and go fight the people on their team that are going to be doing the damage.
The match is starting.
But we're getting to map number 2 on Invictus. This is
3,
Sheriff's
2,
in Town's pick.
1.
I will be streaming the Sunday for the 2K4 2v2 because I am unfortunately busy on Saturday. But map number 1, here we go. Let's go on board. Phantaci, well, actually it should have been Matt because he was the MVP for map number 1, but too late here. Although Matt is going to be more actively fighting right now. Phantaci taking the long way around. Matt taking down Rain. Phantaci showing up to help. Gets the... Matt gives him the help back. Legions goes down. Night Terror last alive. And gets a nice flak onto Matt, but eats a flak in return. And Matt hits the LG shot. Tough luck for Night Terror. Needs to somehow avoid and gets headshot by Matt. Down goes Night Terror. And round 1 going over to shit once again. And let's go on board with Legions. Legions trying a long-range Stombo. Nothing doing. Matt, patient around the corner. Legions does hit the primary, but Phantaci comes in. And Legions going down. Looks like they tried to focus. They just focused Deluxe down. That's not who you want to... You can ignore Deluxe. You need to be helping on these other players on the team. Phantaci taking down Adam. Phantaci and Dem versus Rain and Knight. And a lot of damage coming in. Of Knight sitting on the chandelier, able to get the damage out. Rain, unaware that Phantaci was over at LG, and Rain smartly just drops out there. And now Phantaci's behind Knight. Knight did realize, though, and it is a healthy Dem and Phantaci against an unhealthy Rain and a healthy Knight. Rain, Phantaci finally takes down Rain. Night Terror last alive, and he is running. And probably... Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like he was going down there. He was in a bad spot and didn't really seem like he had any momentum on his side or any way to change that. And well, let's go on board with Adram. And Deluxe going down early, but that is not who they need to be fighting. Phantaci does get sniped by Legions. And Legions ends up dropping. And down goes Phantaci, so it is Matt and Dem against 3. And Matt eating a pretty juicy combo. And ends up dying there, and Dem last alive also dies. 2-1. Dark Horse finally getting a round on the board. Night Terror is their leader. 3.1 PPR currently. We'll go on with him. Doesn't look like he's getting any damage, but more or less he's almost looking at his teammates and finally sees 2 people in front of him at shock. Matt looks like he's in an active fight here. Rain ends up getting dropped, and Matt walks into 2, but no one really hits anyone, but Night Terror does end up going down. And it looks like shit supremacy at the LG on Invictus. Adram gets hit by Matt. Matt goes down. Legions last alive. Legions versus Matt, and Matt double kills Legions.
2-1.
Matt seems like he's pretty hot right now. We might just stick right on board with him for the time being. His aggressive playstyle is really paying dividends on Invictus so far. He eats a bunch of rockets from Adram, and hopefully we have not casters cursed this man. Gets sniped, 25 HP. Is he going to go down? Not yet. Matt's still alive. and still surviving, ends up killing Adram, and that makes it a 3 versus 4 in favor of shit. Finally, Matt drops, but got a lot of damage out there with 25 HP. Phantaci takes down Night Terror, and this is probably tragic. Legions surrounded. Legions goes down, and 4-1 quick advantage. Dem also providing a very good third fiddle here. Looking like they are a strong 3-man unit so far. And Dem just casually moving around. One downside, Dem is a fairly passive player. Expecting him in a round is likely to result in not a lot happening. Phantaci actively fighting Night Terror. Night Terror actually kind of getting the better of him in that trade. Phantaci's going to back out of there, move around, try and find a different angle. And Adram just pushes hard and hits another primary. And Phantaci is getting low. Dem and Phantaci are very disconnected right now. And it's going to be tough for them to link back up. But Adram gets another snipe in the back. Phantaci putting out a lot of damage while running away and makes it a 2 versus 2. Make that 1 versus 2, yes, as Dem finally gets dropped. And Phantaci and Rain needs to survive and provide time for Night Terror to arrive. But Phantaci is able to take down Rain, make this a 1 versus 1. Phantaci has the health advantage, and now he definitely has the advantage. And the LG misses, but Knight so low, the Link follow-up takes care of him, and 5-1. And DH2K, Dark Horse, 2 kills, falling apart. Phantaci, big combo onto Rain to start round number 7. And he's just going to move over and sees Rain, but I wonder if he didn't know if he had LG out. Fired that and looked like he probably wanted to have a gun. Kind of fails a wall run, but ends up, snipes Adram before he dies and gives Matt, Matt still pretty healthy. Gotta give the advantage to Matt here against Adram, and Matt just slides around the corner and slides the shot over Adram's hitbox. Adram getting taken down, and Matt still absolutely dominating the damage charts. Just hitting hard. Invictus seems to be more his map than Structured currently, but Structured was also very much his map. And headshots Bulk Hogan, takes down Knight, gets a nice flak into Adram with a snipe. Needs to land some damage. Adram goes down. Multi-kill for Matt. Legion's last alive. Gets a kill. Legions takes down Matt. Phantaci versus Legions, but Legions 7 HP. Hits another snipe. Gets the rocket, comes out, doesn't connect. Phantaci also very low. Legions just needs to hit something. Phantaci needs to hit anything. Both men taken to a sliver of HP, and I do think Legions maybe should have maintained contact there. I feel like Phantaci is probably better at finding the target and finding the angle, and
Red team wins the round. 3.
Phantaci
2.
makes me a man of my word, comes in, takes down Legions. I feel like maintaining contact there might have been better for Legions. Just try and beat him when you're feeling hot and you know exactly where he is. But Matt now, and Legions is surrounded in a corner. Dem and Matt both on his case. Phantaci as well. Trifecta and Adram and Rain, last 2 alive. And let's go in onto Rain. As Phantaci, Matt, and Dem still they're taking out Deluxe. Game is the game audio too high? Okay, I'll fix that in a second. Adram last alive.
Red team wins the round. 3, 2, 1.
Turn that down a little bit. I'm just noticing my voice is kind of hitting the decibel meter, so if everything sounds okay, let me know. If everything doesn't sound okay, let me know. But we've got Phantaci, well, Adram actually, fighting down, Deluxe, very low. This looks like it's a round finally going to go in the way of Dark Horse 2 kills. But Matt able to kind of turn things around.
Last man standing.
And Matt, last man standing against Legions and Rain. This is still very winnable. The snipe on Legions does not connect. Rain able to take down Matt and finally get a second round on the board for Dark Horse 2K. Able to take down Matt. It looked like Matt might have won that for a second. And Matt still here. Legion's nice flak onto Matt, but traded, and Matt gets the better of Legion's. Going to leave the HP for somebody else later. And Adram now, he's getting shot in the back by Matt here. Last alive, Rain. And he is in a wide open spot. No cover to speak of. 9-2. Shit is about to take map number 2. You go back on board Matt, 5.4 PPR. He has been dominating this match so far. Just the sheer amount of fired down range that he has been putting out is actually crazy. The Legion's getting dropped. And, I mean, this looks like it is all over. Matt, huge combo. Matt takes down Adram. Rain last alive. 1v2. His team's hopes in this match rest on this round. And then the next 7 after that as well. Although I guess they could technically do 6, get to 9-9, and then it is win by 2. But it's going to take a lot. Matt does make, or Rain does take him into Deluxe into a 1v1. This should be Rain's round now. I think betting favorites are probably in favor of Deluxe not winning this. Yeah, as long as he didn't eat somehow a full flak, Rain was going to win that round. And 9-3, a bit better than it could have been, but still not great. We got to go back on board Matt. Matt, a little passive here. That's right, I didn't have X-ray on. Matt taking down Legions. And, I mean, there's not much going on for Phantaci. Getting a kill onto Night Terror, who I believe took down Deluxe. And down goes Phantaci. Rain versus Dem. 1v1. They have the same amount of health, and they are just fighting here. And I know Dem's going to hold the shock primary. He's got 7 bullets left. Can he hit all of them? Misses 1, misses 2, misses 3. Swaps to LG, misses that too. Finally hits another shock. Both people are very low here, and neither one of them is really connecting that much. But Rain finally gets a bit more damage onto Dem than Dem gets onto Rain. An advantage Rain currently, and Rain's going to play passive here. Dem, I feel like knew he had to chase. Rain comes through, gets another round for his team, 9-4. And, I mean, we go back on Matt. Matt still 5 PPR. Big damage onto Rain. Has Adram behind him. Flak. Rocket connects directly to Matt's face. Adram takes him down. But Legion's going toe-to-toe with Phantaci right now. And Legion's hits him with a lot of primaries. Finally takes him down. And Legion's jumps right up into 2 people. But it looks like neither one knew that Legion's was there. And Legion's looking to try and make Deluxe a non-factor, but Deluxe takes down Legions after Dem headshots Adram. And I think that Dark Horse 2 kills put way too much focus on trying to just make Deluxe a non-factor. He's already probably not going to be doing a lot. You need to make everyone else on that team not perform. I really disagree. It seemed like they were actually trying to target Deluxe if they saw him. And I mean, get him out of the round is great, but I just think that there was something better that could have been done. That's my feeling. Like, you see that it's Deluxe, you kind of got to just go, okay, he's going to go wander around in the nether for 8 years. You can go focus on the other rest of his team. They just didn't. They just too thirsty for the candy. Shit takes the match 2 maps to none. So this map is for seeding purposes if it comes down to it. But match wins are the most important stat, then map wins. So they do want to make it a clean 3-0, but it is New Dawn, and Deluxe has no chance of knowing this map, where I'm quite sure that all members of I just think that they're in that particular instance on Invictus, they're like, he dropped down to chase Deluxe. He should never have dropped down to chase Deluxe. Focus on Rain.
3, 2.
Or not focus on Rain, focus on Dem. Like in that 2v2, I don't know why he ever wanted to chase Deluxe there. Like that was just, it just didn't, that was never going to be important. I mean, yeah, other rounds, sure, but I'd see like other members of his team, like they seem to like focus on getting the kill rather than fighting the people who are going to kill them. It just seemed like when they made every time they had the opportunity to chase one or the other player, they seem to always try and go for Deluxe, like to get him out of there. And I'm like, he's not going to do much. Like, you got to just go for the other person. But anyways, we should be on Matt here. Matt actually goes down really early. And so Phantaci here is going to be in a, you know, should have been 2v1 to there. But Rain able to take him down anyways. And now Dem and Deluxe in a 2 versus 4. Gotta say, this does not feel like it's going to be a good round. And Dem now 1 versus 4. Deluxe goes down. And down goes Dem. And round number 1 finally going over to Dark Horse 2K, which is not something we've seen a lot of so far. And Phantaci now fighting. Two people are going to push Phantaci here. They wait patiently, but not quite timing up their push up the U-Haul. And Legion's partner left him. Put him in a 1v1 against Phantaci. Don't know why that happened. And Legion's ends up going down. The team is just disconnected. Rain, 1v4, gets shot immediately. And we have ourselves a 1-1 game. Phantaci seems to be taking New Dawn by storm so far for his team. We'll see what he's doing. And Phantaci going to move and finds Legions once again, but in a bad spot. Is going to back out and run. Go to help Matt. Correct play. And Adram just gets blown up. I think he would already been brought low, but extra shot. Now Phantaci, however, kind of jumps into 3, but takes care of Legions anyways. And he drops. Rain last alive. 29 HP. Dies as well. And the shit taking a 2-1 advantage. And let's go on board with, we've been on Legions. Let's go on with Night Terror. Knight taking a top position. Trying to just hold. So far seeing nobody. Needs to respond to a comm soon. Get into a fight. Does see Dem. Hits a nice snipe. Brings out the link gun. Gets some damage. Gets a nice flank onto Phantaci. Phantaci not expecting it. Ends up going down. Matt in now in Night Terror sights, but Night Terror also in Matt's sights. And Dem last alive. Good round coming out of Dark Horse. 2 kills. As Dem is low. Doesn't connect the combo. And running for his life. The flank coming Legions. Ends up getting the kill. 2-2. And Night Terror with some good play. Let's go on board Adram. Kind of, I think, going to be... His performance is going to be the most key to his team. If he performs well, I think his team has chances of winning. If he doesn't perform well, they aren't going to win a map. So, really kind of the linchpin, I think. And so far, just not finding purchase in this round. Running into Phantaci, and Phantaci hits the combo, takes down Adram. His entire health, he hits the taunt. Dude, you're already up 2 maps to none. No need for that. You've already won the match. The $600 or whatever of salary difference between the two of you. Night Terror, last alive. And I mean, he's trapped at flak. Somehow, I thought Night Terror was about to wiggle out of that one and get away, but gets shot out of midair. Phantaci shooting skeet and takes him down. But now Matt trapped in a corner, but somehow Matt survives and gets a headshot at the end too. Matt making his life very meaningful there. Back on Night Terror, who's ends up, I mean, he's low and they are on him. Ends up going down 4-2. Matt and Phantaci 4.2 PPR. I mean, currently doing well. I mean, he probably has more reps on this map than most people in the server. I would guess charitably, but no way to really know unless I went and did some research onto who was good, who was strong before this, but or who had played this map even. But Phantaci ends up dropping. Matt also pretty low. Rain on Dem here. Flakball not connecting. Dem gets caught looking to the sky, but Rain unable to punish, and now Dem, the team is arriving. The cavalry is here. The Avengers have assembled, and Dem gets kill number 1. Can he get kill number 2? Adram, Legion's the low one here, but the rocket chip damage connects. Dem running for his life, finds Adram, finds Legions, but needs to hit some shots. Flak not connecting, Snipe not connecting. Dem goes down, and another round in Dark Horse's favor. Night Terror still leading the way. Haven't been on board with Rain. Let's see if he's doing anything special. Just looks like he's just missing LG shots. But he needs to keep firing because the old adage says you can't miss every shot. And now, I mean, coming in to help on Matt here, that is a great bit of teamwork. But now he has the entirety of shit in his face. And they are coming right up to him. And Deluxe peeks and gets killed. Dem goes down. Huge flak ball out of Rain. Phantaci hits the shot onto Rain, though, and puts us in a 1v1. Legions versus Phantaci. Legions not hitting. And the combo comes out. Connects the primary. Legions with a great flick shot onto Phantaci. Takes him down. And down goes Phantaci. And we have ourselves a tie game. Phantaci still at 4 PPR. And he has got Night Terror right in his face. Rockets and Link connecting. And Night Terror looking at... couldn't see Dem probably see any follow-up damage. Smartly didn't chase Phantaci directly around the corner. But now Phantaci unaccounted for. And he's going to flank Rain, but miss the primary. And now Rain knows he's there. So does Night Terror. And Core comes out. I hits both people. Rain gets headshot by Phantaci. Phantaci takes down Rain. And Adram seems like he might be on the menu, but it's Night Terror instead. Adram last alive. And he doesn't even make it to a switch. Adram goes down, and we have ourselves a 5-4 game. Shit is in the lead. Let's go. Oh, Matt here actively fighting. But now, I mean... Matt takes down Bulk Bogan. Now, I mean, all players congregating around the minigun area, and Legion's getting hit with a bunch of primaries. Matt is last alive, though. Kind of backside, but he does have a potential to do a lot of damage, and this is very winnable. 15 and 20 HP. Matt is still fully HP. He is stacked beyond belief. Just get the minigun out. You just need to hit one shot. Matt's the dark horse. Felt like that one felt like it was coming for a while there. I no idea why. But I mean, we know why. Matt fully HP, everyone else very low. And now Matt struggling to find people. Phantaci actively engaged with Legions. Phantaci, it's a big double flak ball, but gets sniped immediately for his trouble. And Matt once again put into a 1v3 scenario, but a little bit less winnable than it was last time. Night Terror is very healthy. Legions and Adram, though, are killable. Legions goes down, and a big flak onto Adram, but Adram 9 HP. Matt needs to just hit some damage. Are they going to peek him? The combo on the jump pad does not go off. Matt looking for some damage, looking for an angle. Night Terror is the one he doesn't really want to find yet. Wants to find Adram, make sure he can make this a 1v1. And here's him, takes down Adram. Matt on a rampage. He is hitting shots and killing fools. Hits another shot onto bulk, hits a nice flak. Can he hit the snipe? Needs to not.
Blue team
You fly, you die. And Matt
2,
dies.
1.
6-5. Dark Horse 2K still in this map. We'll go on board Night Terror. I think Night Terror is actually, Adram is the one currently leading, but Night Terror hits a big combo onto Phantaci, but finds pretty much the whole team chilling over at the flak cannon. And it's a big combo. Could drop down. Dem just pushing, and Matt takes down Night Terror. Matt still full HP, and Legions gets dropped by Dem. Now Phantaci has range shooting rockets in his face, but the rockets do not connect. And Adram takes down Phantaci 2 versus 2. Matt is healthy. Matt, last man alive. Very winnable. Hits a nice snipe. Flak not connecting. And Matt takes down Adram, but Rain is very healthy. Matt is not, but Matt hits the immediate LG. Misses that one. Boots up. Finds down. Hits the next LG. Anti-combo does not connect. Matt has brought this back to a shot of difference. And Rain flies. Rain somehow
Team wins the round. 3.
doesn't die immediately, but dies the moment he touches the ground. You fly, you die. 1v1 going Matt's way. Matt, another clutch round from him. And doesn't walk forward, doesn't eat those rockets. Patience is a virtue, and Legions gets absolutely rocked. Legion somehow still alive, but for how much longer? Matt did so much damage to him. Matt drops down, takes him out, and now puts himself in a good spot. Night Terror gets headshot, and down goes Night Terror.
3, 2.
And 8-5, and shit is firmly in control of this match now. Good stuff out of shit. And now Night Terror looking for, damage. Combo doesn't connect. Phantaci looks like he's actively fighting, finds Night Terror. And lift stolen from his face with a teammate there. And now Phantaci right there on Night Terror, and his whole team. Rain last alive. Rain dies. 9-5 now in favor of shit. They are cleaning up. They are truly the sheriffs in town, at least of this one right now. We'll go back on Matt. He's 20-7. Absolutely huge performance this series out of him. Where was this in the pug? He played well. Can't fault him. He did his job. But Legions ends up dropping. Adram drops. Night Terror last alive. Matt snipes him. The rest of the team cleans him up. And great performance out of Matt. 5.2 PPR, 5k damage. Wasn't going to matter what strategy Dark Horse had on that map. They were not killing Matt. And Matt was definitely taking it to him. And match number 1 going clean 3-0 to shit. So shit taking it down. And we are going to end this stream for now, because we have another match coming up right after this one, and we want to, keep the stream going. Well, we do have a few minutes to clean up. So once again, UT4 Elim League Season 5 hosted by UT Pugs. Catch the streams at the UT Pugs Discord. We will love to see you on any other streams that may happen. I should be streaming the next match coming right up in a few minutes, so hopefully see you all then. Till then, peace.